Yo, this week, bro, I was gonna take today off, bro. Today is Monday. I was gonna take today off and then post sometime down the road in the week, bro. But bro, I just watched Monday Night Raw. Hey yo, it was one of the bro. I was watching Monday Night Raw, bro, and it was one of the middle of the road video episodes, Um, but until the main event, bro, until the main event, this is what happened, bro. If I could let me go back and let me see if I can remember or like remember each like detail or some details. So first, it was Seth Rollins, not Seth Rollins. It was Jey Uso versus LA Knight versus CM Punk to be the number one contender for Seth Rollins World Heavyweight Championship. So the match started. I mean, it was a pretty good match. I mean, them three cooks individually and throw them together, they cook even more, bro. They cook even more. Throw them together, they cook even more. But as the match came to an end, CM Punk ultimately picked up the win and hit Jey Uso with the GTS, covered him 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso is your number one contender, right? Right. Then they started, WWE when something crazy is about to happen, WWE will start dragging a scene, a certain scene. Like they will start dragging something. They'll put the credits up, but then they'll start lingering, and you could tell that something's gonna happen. Y'all, if y'all watch wrestling, y'all know exactly what I mean. So they started doing that. The cameramen started doing that, right? And it was showing CM Punk. And then the Bronze came out, bro. Braun and Braun Security. Braun Security came down. Jey Uso was already walking up the ramp. Boom, speared the living daylights out of my boy Jey Uso, and then out came on the other side of the ring, like in front of the announcer table with Michael Cole, Wade Barrett be right in the front of the ring, bro. Was who was the other one again? LA Knight was LA Knight, and then Braun Breaker does what Braun Breaker do. Ran the entire ring at full speed, bro. Like Usain Bolt, full speed, nailed LA Knight with a spear. LA Knight got packed up. GG's, bro. Then they turned their attention inside of the ring where CM Punk was. They got in, started beating them down. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman looking on. Started beating them down, beating them down, beating them down. And then they, I think, if I can remember, I think Braun Breaker hit him with a good spear or whatever. But then Bronson Reed went over to one side of the ring. Boom, tsunami. Went to the other side of the ring, hit another tsunami. They stand tall. Credits roll. They stand tall. And then as I thought, all right, man, I even stopped recording, bro. I even stopped recording. I had to rewind. To catch my reaction in time because I just seen Braun Breaker's demeanor was a little bit off. I thought, oh, he's about to do something else to Jay or CM Punk. They're most likely CM Punk. I thought he was going to do something else to CM Punk. So I clicked record again. And then all of a sudden, Braun Breaker, you know how he twitches and tweaks out and all that stuff? He turns around, does all that tweaking out, and I thought GG's to CM Punk again. But no. CM Punk was already, Seth Rollins rolled CM Punk out of the ring, kicked CM Punk out of the ring. And my boy Braun Breaker, at full speed ahead, 172,000 miles per hour, speared the 11 daylights out of Seth Heyman Rollins, bro. I like to call him Seth Heyman Rollins. If you go on my TikTok, if you're from my TikTok, bro, you understand that I call Seth Heyman Rollins, bro. But I seen him get speared his insides out, bro. His insides spilled all over the entire ground because of Big Braun Breaker, bro. And then Bronson Reed came over, dragged him over into a corner. Boom, Nami, bro. I seen his soul leave and extend. I seen his soul leave and extended into the heavens above, bro. And then that's how Raw goes off air, bro. Paul Heyman was scared. Bro, Paul Heyman was scared. He was trembling, bro. You know how he be. But here's the thing. It didn't look like Paul Heyman knew that was going to happen. It looked like that was a Braun Breaker and a Bronson Reed thing. And so the Raw went off air of the image of Bronson Reed and of Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker holding up the World Heavyweight Championship, bro. And that's how it ended. That's how it went off air. So I don't know. I did hear that Seth Rollins got injured during the match against Cody, and so maybe they're writing him off. That's a crazy way to write him off because I expected this to happen. I knew Braun Breaker was going to or the Bronze was going to turn on him, but I didn't know it was going to be this quick. I thought I was waiting. I was prepared for later, like January later, close to the Royal Rumble later. I didn't expect it to happen this early, so I guess they pulled the trigger on it. Apparently Seth Rollins is injured, like I said. So yeah, dude, my reaction, bro. Again, go to my TikTok, but TikTok's already up, bro. The TikTok is already on there by the time this video goes out. But dude, my reaction, I was yelling, screaming, hooping, hollering, bro, hooting and hollering, at what happened to my boy Seth Heyman Rollins, bro. But the question is, why did they do that? Also, I will say I have to go back and we have to talk about how Seth Rollins did say that he wants to do it all by himself. He wants to do it all by himself. But in the match against Cody, he used the Rolex. So he cheated, but he technically did do it all by himself, but he cheated. So I guess you could say that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed would want him to actually do it by himself without cheating, because Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed don't have to cheat to murk people, bro. They don't have to cheat to cook people in the ring. They could just do that themselves, bro. They that big boys. That big of a boy that they could just do that themselves. So I wonder if that's going to play a part into it, that Seth Rollins couldn't do it by himself. He had to use tactics and cheating against Cody Rhodes. But yeah, I did not expect this to happen today. Did not expect this to happen until, again, like I said, January. I guess for the World Heavyweight Championship, you got Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Maybe the Browns go out there and cook up on Braun, or on maybe the Browns go out there and cook up on Saturday night's main event against CM Punk. Also, I will say they did kind of they didn't throw too much teasers, but they kind of sprinkled some teasers at the or earlier in the show with Seth Rollins and the Bronze looking on, and Braun Breaker was not agreeing with Seth Rollins, and you could tell by the looks. But I still did not expect that to happen tonight, bro, or today, because it's whatever. I don't know what time is it. 11 o'clock, bro. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, bro. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section down below. What do you think is going to happen in the future, and what does this mean for Seth Rollins? Do you think he has a chance? The Bronze can cost Seth Rollins the match again at Saturday night's main event, and CM Punk finally wins the world title? I don't know, man. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Also, links to TikTok, Instagram, it's all in the description down below. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all next week, bro. Peace.